Live from the Ray Horseman Studio in North Hollywood, California, it's Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, your comedy field guide to life. Tonight, how sweet it is. Valerie Gordon, owner of Valerie Confections, is here to tell us how to make candy at home. 2 months ago, Bonnie Burns, a.k.a. Captain Crinkle, tried her hand at baking original recipe Butterfinger bars. My taste buds are still in triage. Can Valerie tell us what went wrong? Her Butterfinger bar autopsy is coming up. Plus, Frontier Communications finally came through with Paula's $1,000 check for winning their Put Down Your Smartphone for a Week contest. How will she spend the money? Dame Maggie Smith, are you still out there on Miranda Street? We'll find out. I'm Adam Felber, the man who tries to keep our conversational frosting on top of the topical cupcake. And now, please welcome the woman whose thematic pastry bag is always spraying off the cake tray, Paula Poundstone.
Hey!
Welcome, Paula.
Thank you so much.
And thanks to tonight's fantastic house band drummer, percussionist, Dave Lewis.
Thank you, Dave. That was fantastic. The pod puppy Mo looked like she's going to go for your throat over that.
Yeah, when she first heard the sound of the cajon, yes.
Yeah, I don't think it was the call of the wild for her. She was a little nervous.
Yeah.
She got a little nervous. That was fantastic.
She got some nerves. I also want to welcome a special guest to the spacious Ray Horseman Studios here tonight. 2 special guests. Ian Hall and his wife, Debbie Derryberry.
There we go.
Debbie's a noted voiceover, a voice actress.
I heard you.
She's the voice of Jimmy Neutron.
I love Jimmy Neutron.
She's right here behind you.
Wow,
Say hi to her.
That is fantastic.
So when you performed at the Theater of the Ace Hotel in Los Angeles,
yes.
Ian won a raffle titled "Go from Being a Face in the Crowd to a Crowd of One," and he's actually part of a crowd of 2 here. And he's definitely a crowd. He's sitting right here in our front row, which is, in fact, our only row.
Yeah, this is really the first time that we've had actual audience members. And it sold out right away.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Yeah.
We sold out at a rate of 100%. If we were charging more than nothing for the ticket, it would be
this is unbelievable.
A money-making operation in a big way.
Yeah, I remember at one time U2, I think, played like in a downtown area.
U2?
Yeah, and they sold out like not as fast as we did because we just packed this place.
Yeah.
In almost
in almost nothing.
Yeah, it was 2 tickets gone like that.
Yeah, and there's only 2 of us, me and you, 2 principal performers here.
Right, exactly.
Right, and U2 has to split it 4 ways.
Oh, we're making a ton of money off this.
Yeah. Although I have a theory about U2. I think the band should be called The Edge and Bono, and U2 are lucky.
Oh, I'm not really, I'm not really
is
familiar with their music,
at all.
I can't believe you lashed out at them.
I had to.
In that way. Well, welcome, Ian and Debbie. Thank you so much for being here. And it's such a good night to be here, too.
Yeah, it is. We have a corker of a show. Your dog is currently digging through a linoleum floor.
My dog likes to dig at the floor.
Yeah, it's not bright. But you laid out an assortment of toys.
I did.
And I don't know who's going to make more noise with them, your dog or Captain Crinkle.
Well, Captain Crinkle started scratching at the floor first, and then Mo started doing it. Hey, so I did. I won.
You won?
I won the $1,000.
Yeah, but let's qualify that. We blackmailed them repeatedly on the air.
Well,
until
we didn't
paid
blackmail
the money.
them. We just said, I think I did the best essay.
Okay.
And then Tony and Anita Hall kept emailing them saying Paula wants her $1,000.
Yeah, and then it took a long time for the check to come, but the check did come.
It actually came. I assume it cleared. So Frontier Communications, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I did do the.
It definitely cleared. It was an electronic transfer.
Oh. I don't know anything about that. All right, so I wrote the essay. It was an essay contest about why you should be the person to spend the week without their smartphone. And then I journaled about the experience. I reported on this very
You
podcast.
fulfilled all the duties.
I was a good. There have been Miss Americas that didn't toe the line the way I did.
Right. Yeah. So you deserve that $1,000, and I think Frontier Communications deserves if not an apology, a sort of extending an olive branch, because we did really take it right at them.
We don't owe them an apology. We didn't do anything. They were delayed in acknowledging
for one, we
my
bullied
winning.
them into exactly, and we made fun of them.
We didn't make fun of them.
We made fun of Karen Quatch's name.
Okay, yeah, but that's
Repeatedly.
because she's named Karen Quatch.
We still don't know how to pronounce it.
How bad would we be at our jobs as comics?
That's true.
If we had nothing to say about a name like Karen Quatch.
Yeah. All right. Well, Karen, we love you. We're happy to get that money. And now Bonnie Burns is piping up.
What does she say?
Because that's always great when you have somebody off mic
say.
yelling something.
It's qua. It's not qua.
She says it's qua now.
It's
yeah,
not
she's the qua.
Yeah, it's not Karen qua.
Qua.
Yeah, she was.
And now Tony is.
Oh my God!
Tony's going.
We had the chicken woman here last week. The woman about raising chickens was here last week, and now both Bonnie and Tony are doing some odd chicken sounds.
It is
you
like
guys
a duck
need to get
factory.
25 feet from this building right now.
Karen, I wish you were here watching these people trying to pronounce your name at you.
And Tony does it with a look on her face that made her peplos shiver. Made her peplos slip down off her shoulders a little bit.
Tony, fix your peplos. It's scandalous.
Quack.
Now, Paula, what are you
Thank you, Karen Quack. I appreciate your diligence.
We do appreciate it. We appreciate
whole...
Frontier Communications in general.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because what better than communications?
You guys should think about sponsoring our podcast now.
There's a good idea.
In fact, we're going to start making fun of you until you do.
Yeah. We found a technique that works with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just hammer them every day. Tony, why don't you write to them and say, when can we expect your advertising dollars?
Yeah, Tony, get on that, will you please? That's great.
Yeah, you know,
because we gave them so much free publicity already.
We did give them a tremendous amount of free publicity. No one had ever even heard of Frontier Communications until we brought it up.
Put them on the map.
You know, twice now I have encountered vans with Frontier Communications on the side. In fact, for a while I thought they were like, following me.
Right.
And no, just twice. I happened to, while I was riding my little scooter in Santa Monica,
Sure.
I saw it, and I've had, like, hey, how you doing? Kind of exchanges with Frontier Communications van drivers.
Yeah.
Very sweet. Yeah, like
nice.
Notably sweet. So I think that didn't
This is
they buy
another free Frontier Communications ad.
Yeah,
Tony, make sure you bill for this one when you send that email.
I could use another $1,000. So, but here's the important thing, which is that this is so exciting because, as listeners know, Dame Maggie Smith agreed to do this show.
Didn't really.
She did. And so we have bet. I know Debbie just...
Derryberry just almost exploded.
Is so excited
We've had
right
some
now.
great actors on the show in your Outside the Actors studio. We've had
true.
Ed Begley Jr. and Lily Tomlin and
Bill Irwin.
Bill Irwin.
And Fred Willard. But the thing is, Dame Maggie Smith agreed to do the show.
Didn't.
And she, wouldn't take payment for it,
because she
which
never
I
spoke
feel
to you.
the same way. So she wouldn't take payment, but she said, "Well, I could give $1,000 to her favorite charity."
Did she now?
And so the $1,000 from Frontier Communications was the $1,000 that I was going to give to her,
and it didn't show up.
and it didn't show up. So she has been sitting in her car out on Miranda Street for
here.
what has it been, like a month now?
Yeah, although I don't recall seeing her out there at any point.
Yeah, because a lot of, what, she shops at Roger Federer's.
It's not Roger Federer's. That's an appliance place called Feder.
No, it's Roger Federer's. He has an appliance store right here on the corner of Miranda Street. You can't win every fucking tennis game.
No, I get it.
And
it's
so he
just
has
not
to
true
have
at all.
like a fallback position.
It's selling appliances.
Yeah. Sometimes
He has won
when he swings at a ball and he
tens
misses,
of millions of dollars playing tennis.
right? But he doesn't win every game, so he doesn't always win. And he's built up a certain amount of money that he has to have because he lives in a fancy house. Sometimes when he swings at a ball and he misses, you can hear him say, "Gotta sell another stove."
Pretty sure that's not what he's yelling.
Do you watch ESPN?
You mean the sports network?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen his games?
I've watched a lot of tennis.
I think you watch it with the volume turned down,
No.
and he doesn't move his lips when he says it.
No, I
He goes
bet he
"Gotta
doesn't.
sell another stove." He does it
Another stove, yeah.
yeah.
I kind of wish he did do that.
That's exactly what he does.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe Maggie Smith is shopping at his store right now. But
Yeah, she might be.
Well, okay, so what are you going to go look for her?
I am going to go look for her.
Go dangle the, what?
There's also a marijuana place on the corner across from...
A dispensary opened. Or is it a boutique? I think it's a dispensary.
I don't know if it's a dispensary or a boutique. And then there's a pet store right beside that. And
Right.
she could be in any of those.
Which I think is a front
places.
for another dispensary.
Yeah, the pet store was pissed when that dispensary went in there. They said, we were doing just fine, thank you.
3 ratty puppies in the window, and you can come in and buy all the drugs you want.
I've been into that pet store. It's lovely.
It is.
So anyways, so she's out there, and you know what?
What?
I'm going to go see if I can find her. I'm going to
give her the $1,000?
I'm going to give her the $1,000.
Oh, you're going to run out onto Miranda Street yelling Dame Maggie Smith.
That's exactly right.
With $1,000 in your hand.
I am.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. All right. Maggie Smith.
Are you really going?
I'm going.
She's really going.
I'm going to go out. I'm going right now out onto Miranda Street. I have the $1,000 in my back pocket. Don't tell anybody. I have the $1,000 in my back pocket. Come on, Mo.
All right. Paula Poundstone is actually leaving the building. Wow. Be safe out there, Paula. Say hi to Roger and Maggie wow. So I finally have a chance to be alone with you, the audience. That's nice. It's a private time for us, and I want to share this with you, dear nobodies. A little insight into my world, a world filled with intellectual discourse that stays right on topic. That's been my dream since childhood, to have intelligent conversations that grow logically from one premise into a thesis. It's a dream I'm still pursuing. I grew up in a bucolic small town on Long Island, and you might not know this, but my mother was also a writer. She was a prolific author of romances.
Jesus!
Wait, what? You're back!
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Apparently, I talked to Roger.
Okay.
And,
Roger Federer.
yeah, she bought a mini fridge.
Maggie Smith bought a mini fridge.
And she was taking it in a handcart up the street, and I couldn't catch up to her. But guess what? I don't have the $1,000 anymore.
What do you mean you don't have the $1,000 anymore?
I bumped into some guys outside, and I don't have the $1,000 anymore.
You got mugged?
I got mugged just about 3 doors down.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What a calumny.
Yeah, it's a calumny.
Calamity, actually.
Yeah, and the other thing is, there's about a half a dozen possums lining the wall just as you step out of here.
Yeah. You shouldn't step out there. You know, I usually walk you back to your car at the end of every show.
Yeah, where the hell were you? What were you doing in here?
I was holding down the show here.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sharing some stuff with our listeners.
Were you reading your life story to the listeners?
No. No.
I think you were.
No.
I think you were reading your life
Definitely
story.
not. I wouldn't be doing that.
Oh,
I was
my God.
absolutely
well, we've
not
lost,
doing it.
I mean, temporarily anyways. You know, the bad news is we lost Dame Maggie Smith. The good news is her beverages are going to be chilled.
I guess that's good news. So all we're down is one imaginary Maggie Smith.
It was not
and a real $1,000.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
It's been a great night.
Fuck.
Well, as long as we're talking about all our successes, you said you wanted to do a retraction of sorts tonight.
I do.
Paula.
You know what? I did the worst thing last week, and I felt awful about it.
Well, it's okay. I forgive you.
No,
you contradicted me a lot, but you know what? That is fine.
No, that I was right about. You were so wrong sometimes. You know, as a comic,
you can
sometimes
apologize for that next week.
Sometimes you just sort of reach for stuff. Sometimes, like when I'm doing my job as a comic, sometimes it's like I'm trying to pack really fast.
Right.
Like I'm trying to evacuate.
Sure.
Right. I'm just sort of grabbing everything and throwing it into.
Oh yeah, no, I've done improv for like 30 years. I get it.
Yeah, and so I made a joke about Charlize Theron's teeth because
What do you mean you made a joke about them?
Well, she has kind of big teeth, and I said
I think that's
something.
what you said.
Yeah, and
I don't think you actually made a joke. I think you just called her a woman with big teeth.
I did, but it was unnecessary. You know, I am the last person who gives a shit about. I think she's very beautiful, by the way, and a fine actress. And just, I'm the last person who cares about anything about that. It was just I just said it. Like in an unedited way. Well, and then we had Andre on here, who was the guy.
Andre Bormanis, I think his name was, right?
Yes, who came to talk about participating in making of Star Trek and sci-fi movies and using real science in sci-fi movies and television. The nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
And I think I roped him into. I said she has big teeth, and he goes, "Yeah, she does." And you know, he's still in a Catholic confessional right now.
No.
Nicest guy in the world.
She egged his house on Halloween because of that.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I saw that on TMZ.
Oh, wow.
So you probably owe an apology to both of them because you roped him into it.
Yeah, I did. I roped him into it. It was just so stupid of me, and I apologize. And I know, that Charlize Theron doesn't listen to, nobody listens to Paula Poundstone.
How do you know?
I just have a sense.
You could have asked Maggie Smith.
I could have asked Maggie Smith, but she couldn't hear me over the rattle of that two-wheeler.
Okay.
She was using a hand cart, pushing up, and it's a...
I'm so certain that's not Maggie Smith we're talking about.
It was Maggie Smith. It was Dame Maggie Smith.
With a hand cart on Miranda Street?
Yes.
Did she speak English?
Well, I couldn't talk to her. She was way up the street from me. I was running. I was like, Dame Maggie Smith, Dame Maggie Smith, I have the 1,000.
Oh, so you yelled that you had 1,000 on Miranda Street.
Yeah, I was waving it. I said, I have the 1,000. That's exactly what I said.
You deserve it.
Oh, my God. Tony, can you get in touch with Frontier Communications?
Yeah, tell them we lost the money. We're going to need them to replace it.
Money and, I did my share.
Yeah, you really did.
When can Paula expect her reimbursement?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
I don't think big teeth is an insult. I think an actor and actress they want to have big teeth because the alternative is having small teeth.
No actor or actress says I want to have big teeth.
I think so.
Mama, what I want to do is have big teeth, Mama. That's what I want to do.
Goal in life, but there are people nodding behind you, Paula.
There are
agreeing
not.
With,
That's
yes,
ridiculous. They agree with anything you say.
Because I'm saying things that are true.
Yeah, no, that's just a
you
stupid
should try
thing.
it sometime.
That's just a stupid thing to say. Adam, the phone's ringing. Get the phone.
Oh no. No, please don't make me get the phone, Paula.
Yeah, Adam, get the.
Hello.
Get the phone. Yeah, hey, Adam, it's Mike Boom Boom Bonifant. You are totally right about this big teeth thing. Actors and actresses.
Wait, who's this?
Mike Boom Boom Bonifant. Actors and actresses do not want to have small teeth. You are totally right. I don't know how you work with that woman, Paula Poundstone. She's a bitch. I don't know how you work with her.
Easy there, Mike.
She's a fucking idiot.
Mike, take it. Mike, I'm not going to listen to this.
Anybody knows that actors and actresses want to have small teeth.
What the hell?
First thing you do when you get to Hollywood is you get an agent and a teeth file. That's, no.
Wait, it's the opposite of what you're saying, Mike.
Oh, fuck. You're right, Adam. You're right, man. I love you. You're right. You are so funny. And you're always right. And she's a bitch.
No, Mike, I need you not to do that on my show.
No, man.
Mike, I'm hanging up on you. Bye, Mike.
Man, Adam.
How are you still yelling, Adam? I hung up on you. Good God. Mike Bonner something.
Yes, Mike Boom Boom.
How did you get back? I didn't pick up the phone.
I had to redial.
I didn't pick up. That doesn't happen. Oh, get out of here, Mike. I need to talk to Paula Poundstone. Mike Boom Boom Bonovich.
Yeah, hello.
No.
Hello.
Click.
Yeah, Adam, it's me, Mike Boom Boom Bonifant. Oh, man, it's so good to talk to you. I gotta tell you something. I'm married. And what a bitch.
That's it, Mike. You're off. You're off the show. Jesus. I will not take that kind of sexism. Paula, I don't know why you didn't stand up for yourself there.
I was out of the room.
Okay. Hey, do you have a word for us this week, Paula?
I do. Oh, my gosh.
Because I see the rails over there. Maybe we should get back on them for a second.
Well, they look small in the distance, don't they? Adam, I have a word for this week.
Oh, great.
It's the word clack.
Clack.
Which is spelled C-L-A-Q-U-E. It is a noun. It's individual or organized group hired to applaud a performance, as in a theater. Or the second...
Well, there's our clack.
Well, I got bad news for you.
You guys are getting nothing, by the way. We got snacks.
The second definition is group of fawners or sycophants, but we're using the first definition.
Yeah. And they are being paid. They're being paid in snacks. They're a snack clack.
Yeah. I have
a sentence?
I do. I had a sentence. Where the hell did it go?
I don't know, Paula.
Due to our budget, Ian Hall and Debbie Derryberry are our clack this week. And obviously, we are using the first definition.
Right.
You know, Adam, I've had such a hard time remembering the words that I learn each week. And so I've been trying to put them to a song because sometimes music
and we asked our listeners to do so, too. We haven't really received any yet.
I think because they've been so impressed with the songs that I've come up with.
I'm begging you, listeners, to take her away from this songwriting pursuit.
I'm going to...
Send us something.
I'm going to give you what I got.
Your song this is your catchy song to help you remember the vocabulary words.
That's correct.
Go ahead.
All right. This week's word is clack. It's a noun that means individual or organized group hired to applaud a performance as in a theater. Last week's word was horloge. It's a noun that means timepiece as a clock, watch, or hourglass. The week before the word was probity, a noun meaning moral excellence, integrity. The week before that we had nugatory. It's an adjective that means inconsequential, worthless, having no force, inoperative. Adam didn't think it was the right word to describe the incorrectly prescribed antibiotic for my bladder infection, but I did.
Okay, that was impressive.
Thank you very much.
Now that was your repeat performance of the song from last week.
Yes, it grows. Each week it grows.
I understand that it's growing, but the parts...
That's the premise.
Yes, I get the premise.
Yeah,
the bit.
so it grows.
Absolutely. However, I want to point out to you that a song, the way I've always defined it, even when you add to it, the parts that are older remain the same. Like a song should be replicable.
Huh.
Not just sort of like you sort of improvising a rhythm based on who our house band is every week.
This isn't that kind of song. That's not
what kind of song is it?
It's a vocabulary song.
Okay. Hey, listeners, if you'd like to send us
Do you know anything at all about vocabulary songs?
Apparently nothing.
Adam, get the phone.
The phone?
Yeah, get the phone.
I really, really don't want to get the phone.
Yes, the phone's ringing. Would you answer the fucking phone, please?
Oh, okay. Hello?
Hey, Adam, this is Mike Boom Boom Bonifet. Man, you were totally right about the fucking song. It's gotta be, you gotta remember the song. You know, like, Born in the USA, or something like that. You know, it's AC/DC stuff. You are totally right.
Well, thank you, Mike.
How does he come up with a song like that? Jeez, she's a bitch.
Hey, Mike. Hey.
Fucking
I didn't think you were going to go there again this time.
Yeah, are you married? I'm married, and I gotta tell you, that's the same sort of thing my wife would do. And
Mike,
I got your back, man. I got your back.
I don't want you to have my back.
I do. I have your back.
I want you not to call back, okay, Mike?
It's me, Adam. It's me, Mike Boom Boom Bonifet.
For one thing, I can't even begin to tell you what your last name is. It sounds like you start with a B and then you end with like a face full of marbles.
No. Well, my teeth are a little big. It's I'm hoping to be an actor. It's
What's the name, Mike?
Me, Mike Boom Boom Bonifet.
Bonifet?
Bonifet. What's the matter with you?
It's like a Bonifet concert?
Bonifet. I got your back, man. I got your back.
I don't want you to have my back at all, Mike.
I do. I'm right behind you.
All right, Mike, I'm hanging up again, okay?
I got you covered.
Bye,
all right,
Mike.
Adam, call you back later. See ya.
Bye, click. Jesus Christ, I hope he doesn't call back. All right, now, listeners, if you have an opinion as strong as Mike's and you want to send us your original vocabulary song, we're at nobodylistenstopaulapoundstone@gmail.com. That's where we are. Coming up, Ogden Nash wrote this rhyme about chocolate. If some confectioners were willing to let the shape announce the filling, we'd encounter fewer assorted chalks bitten into and returned to the box. World-class confectioner Valerie Gordon will be with us to explain how to make fine candies that never get returned to the box. That's coming up when we return on Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone. We're back. Paula, as all our listeners know, you were outraged when Butterfingers changed their recipe.
The entire country was outraged.
Well, you were.
When Butterfingers
And you released
changed.
a hip-hop single about it, Not My Butterfingers, which is available now on iTunes and Apple Music and Spotify and everywhere.
It's a social justice song that uses the Butterfinger incident as a springboard.
Yes, that is, in fact, exactly what it is. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, a few weeks later, Bonnie Burns, your manager, a.k.a. Captain Crinkle, our producer, she and her daughter tried to make homemade Butterfingers. She found the recipe, said that she was going to make it for you. Now, if you remember, week 1, her daughter, I guess, had a date or something. She was out of the house. Bonnie ate all the ingredients.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, right. Now, week 2, what happened was they made it, but then she was very proud. She brought it in here, and it was just, I think the phrase I used to try to be genteel about it was fucking terrible.
Yeah. And I don't think that hurt her feelings in any way.
No, well, she then tasted it and agreed that it was just awful.
She's solid as a rock.
And then we started probing into what could have gone wrong, and a couple of things happened. Number one, we found out that they didn't really find a candy thermometer, so they used what they think was a candy thermometer. I said it sounded like a meat thermometer to me. And then we found out that they skipped a couple of...
It turned out they used the kind, they used like a old one with mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like an old
possibly
glass one.
rectal. I don't know, but it was not the right thermometer.
Yeah.
And then she was talking about how her friends were getting all hoity-toity about telling her how she shouldn't have skipped steps. And it turned out that Bonnie had she was supposed to heat up the peanut butter first and then add, I don't know what the other ingredient was, the chocolate or something. And then she was like, well, it's all going to be heated up, so why would I have to wait for the one to get hot before I added the other?
Yeah. What she did was she used the ingredients, but not the recipe.
Yeah.
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 No,
she moved the gravestones, but she didn't move the bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She didn't use any verbs.
And so we're going to probe into that, but we're also going to learn about the real art of candy making. We're going to find out what went wrong, and we're going to have an expert to tell us how things could go right. Valerie Gordon is the owner of Valerie's Confections. She founded Valerie's Confections in 2004 with her partner Stan Waitman Jr. Don't confuse him with his dad. And she's one of LA's most celebrated chocolatiers. She was a James Beard finalist cookbook author for 2013 Sweet and has gained national recognition for pushing the boundaries of her artisanal confections by collaborating with innovators in fields spanning fashion, design, and sustainability.
Sustainability.
Yes, please welcome Valerie Gordon.
Thank you, Valerie.
Welcome, Valerie.
Thank you to have
Adam.
you here.
All right. So let's start with we're going to do the good, the bad, and the ugly, but we're gonna mix up the order and go with the bad and the ugly and talk about Bonnie's Butterfingers here.
Let's please.
Just to get it out of the way. Now, Bonnie, you told me you'd bring your so-called candy thermometer with you.
Can I see it, Bonnie?
Yeah, I'm almost certain I know what this is, but
This is an instrument.
It's an instrument.
So this is a candy thermometer.
It is.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to
She
be frank
pulled it
with
out
you.
of a butterball turkey.
This is a meat thermometer.
No, this is a candy thermometer.
Okay.
And the reason why you can tell that it's a candy thermometer is that it goes past 300 degrees. Oh. And a meat thermometer
Would never
doesn't
go
go
that
that high.
So
And
she used
generally,
a candy thermometer.
this is
Glory be.
fine for a candy thermometer. Bonnie, it's been so nice to get to know you here in the studio in the last 14 minutes as we've waved across to each other and shared a Maui chip. But it's a real cheap one, hon. This is not.
I am impressed that it's the right substance.
Because
thermometer.
what you want in a candy thermometer, you always want something that can clip onto the edge of a pot. Because that way you're hands-free and you can do things like stir and stuff like that instead of just hold this.
So otherwise you just hold it in the mixture while it's heating?
This could be utilized as a candy thermometer, hypothetically, but this would make things incredibly difficult.
You'd have to be really good at making candies to use one of those.
It's just an ineffective tool. Okay. I think this is like a $9 thing.
How much did you pay for it, Bonnie?
No, she's right, because we didn't want to spend a lot of money.
No,
Bonnie said she didn't want to spend a lot of money on it.
No.
Well, they were already in the hole from the week before when she ate the ingredients.
Yeah.
Got to work your way out somehow.
So there's Bonnie's Butterfinger recipe.
I think this recipe looks good. The one thing that I have noted, though, there's a very significant sort of shard-like texture to a Butterfinger, as I recall
It's
it.
a
kind of
crispity,
explodes in your
crunchy
mouth.
nougat.
Yes. So,
It's not nougat.
It's not
Oh my
nougat.
God! How have I not mentioned this to this point?
it's not
Would
nougat.
you back me up? It's not
It's
nougat.
not nougat. No.
Thank you.
Adam,
Jesus, Hall and I have been arguing about this for years.
Adam, get the phone.
I don't want to. I finally win an argument. I have to get the phone.
Answer the phone.
Hello.
Hey, Adam, it's me, Mike Boom Boom Bonifant. I gotta say, man, you are totally right about that. It's not nougat. What the fuck's the matter with her? It's not nougat. I'm so glad you have Valerie there to back you up, man. Me and Valerie got your back, Adam. Boy.
I'm glad to have Valerie here, Mike.
It's not nougat. Every time she says that, I scream at my computer. I'm like, it's not fucking nougat, you bitch, I say.
Hey, Mike, that's just inappropriate. Paula is one of my best friends in the world, and I won't have you calling her that.
Yeah, that's good. Keep that up.
Yeah. All right, Mike.
No,
Why
man,
don't you
you
go?
were right. You put up with so much shit from her.
No,
And
but-
you were totally right, man. You were totally right. You were so smart. Really.
Well, thank you, Mike,
You knew
but-
that wasn't nougat.
I'm really not enjoying having you as an ally. I gotta say, it makes me deeply uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you and me, we're like simpatico.
No, we're not, Mike.
No, we both knew, because I knew it wasn't nougat. You knew it wasn't nougat. Valerie knew it wasn't nougat. Fucking Paula Poundstone. She kept saying nougat. Man,
Mike, I'm gonna hang up now.
You kept your cool, man. You kept your cool.
Yeah, Mike, why don't you go back to the garage and get back to work on that Trans Am? How's it coming?
Good.
All right, thank you, Mike.
All right, catch you later, Adam. Catch you later, man. Catch you later. Yeah, I'll see you tonight after the game.
No, we won't. Okay, Valerie, turning back to you. I apologize for that interruption. So we know it's not nougat,
It's definitely not nougat.
but it's like a crumbly, peanutty, crispity, crunchy thing that
It
Paula
is.
loved.
Yes.
And do you think this recipe will get us there?
It's a different kind
I
of
think
nougat.
it could. I think it absolutely could get you there.
But
And
you'd have to do something like follow the directions.
you would need to follow the directions, and you would need to
Man,
get this
that's out of this
to.
world.
You would.
It's
You would-
crazy talk.
Because if you add the peanut butter in with the, so the corn syrup and the sugar, essentially what you want to do is bring it all the way up to a hard crack stage, which is like
A hard what?
305.
Hard crack
You want to go
stage?
hard crack. You know
Yeah,
about
so
that.
We're going to get my
Crunchy.
manager arrested.
She's
Bring it up to a hard crack stage. Those days are over, Valerie.
They're here in North Hollywood. Paula Poundstone.
right. Honestly, look
I
at where we
walked
are.
down the street, Paula
Did you hear that I lost
Poundstone.
my $1,000?
I did.
It's been spent already.
Yeah.
You invited people to take your $1,000.
No, you know where my $1,000 are right now? It's in a hard crack stage.
Yeah. So you gotta get the
You got to get real hot.
Okay,
you have to get it
before
real
you
hot.
add the peanut butter.
Before you add the peanut butter.
And Bonnie was like, "Well, we're making them all hot anyway, so
No.
why don't we put them in together?" They never heated
Right.
the peanut butter.
Oh, you just
Just put it in.
They never.
She's laughing.
They
She's
never
laughing
heated
at
the
you,
peanut
Bonnie.
butter.
just to make
the
it
other
delicious.
thing that she's not telling
Yeah.
you is she got her oven. Was it oven or stove at Roger Federer's right up the street here?
And who was there? Who was there? Who'd you
Well,
run into?
she saw Dame Maggie
There we
Smith
go.
on the street just
Yeah.
before she
okay,
went.
This
in.
is. Let's get back to candy, can
Okay,
we?
yeah,
Okay,
sorry,
so
Valerie.
basically we're saying Bonnie just. Well, we already knew Bonnie messed that recipe up.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
It was really terrible. Bonnie, this is the time when you stop talking.
Okay.
Because you're not on a microphone. Bonnie just said okay, and then looked at Valerie and said, and then.
That's like
And there she's talking again. Stop. Oh my God.
a couple
It's
weeks
like
ago.
turning on a spigot and then the washer falls off and you're just stuck.
Valerie, am I right that just the term confectioner means candy maker?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. What's
Yeah.
different then? When you say pretty much, it sounds like there's one or two differences.
The term confectioner has become a little more wide sweeping. So someone who makes candy and, say, baked goods or
Right.
other sweet items, that could all be grouped together under the umbrella of confectioner.
And a
that would be
Democrat?
appropriate.
Is that the other thing
Oh,
that sweeps
always.
in?
We're all
Confectioner?
Democrats.
They're all Democrats.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay,
kidding?
that's good. I'm so
Yeah.
glad to have you.
Every one of us.
What's your favorite candy to make? And what is your secret to making it good?
A lot of fat. I think using a lot of fat is really, really important in
That's
making
important in all
delicious.
cooking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
Because
love
I don't
fat.
make candy, but I make all
important.
kinds of dinner dishes. And it's, like
Yeah.
the more butter you add, it doesn't matter what else you're doing, the more people will like it.
I love making caramel of all forms, a liquid caramel, a firm caramel, a hard caramel that would turn into toffee.
A liquid
I
caramel,
love
a firm caramel, and
Eat a
hard
caramel.
caramel.
Oh, you brought some
Why does
caramels
this
with you.
I
sound
brought candy.
Like
Oh my God!
This is like confectioner sex
Paula,
talk.
I'm gonna want you to conduct this interview.
This is a liquid caramel. Eat that.
oh,
It's
boy.
good for you.
Oh my gosh, you guys! All right, so Valerie just handed us from her little
Adam's gonna like
confectioner
this.
box.
What do you got for me?
A beautiful
toffee.
sort of
Toffee. I like a good toffee.
trapezoidal
That's a
shape.
bonbon.
It's a bonbon. I've always wondered what a bonbon was.
Here, eat this. You'll
What's
like
I
it.
know a guy named
That
Mike
looks like
Bonifit.
toffee with a little bit of sea salt on top.
It is.
Okay, I've got a toffee here.
Oh
That'll make
my
you happy.
gosh!
So the secret to that caramel, which I find
Lord.
satisfying.
It's a liquid caramel inside
Yeah,
the chocolate, right?
yeah.
And you made it?
yeah.
Wow, that
Yeah.
was delicious.
Thank you.
This
that
toffee
changed
is
my life.
ridiculous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is so ridiculously good.
Yeah,
Eat the
it
whole
really.
box. Have fun.
Like I'm
Well,
probably.
I'm trying to help run a show.
I'm super happy with these Hawaiian sweet Maui onion
those are
chips.
very
I got to tell
The likelihood is that I won't leave this room tonight.
Just stay here.
I'll just stay
Oh,
here eating
ridiculous.
these chocolates.
There's an all-nighter vibe going on here for sure.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh!
Lord.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
good at this.
Adam owes Mike a call,
I'm not going to call Mike.
so he's probably going to call him later.
Talk to us about the sustainability as that was part of your intro here.
Because mine had some. What are those called? The things you put on the roof that the sun shines on.
Solar
Oh,
panels?
solar?
Yeah.
Oh, we
the
don't have the
chocolate I
solar
just
panels.
had solar panels in
Oh,
it.
well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Like energetically.
Really? Because I
Unbelievable.
thought I detected a hint of panda in mine.
So we try to be very responsible in how
Okay.
we purchase and how we use.
Okay.
Oh, I love
So,
that.
yes,
You don't use the
yes.
child harvested cocoa from other
Just a
countries.
little bit, but that's okay.
Okay,
They're my
maybe a little
children.
bit, sure.
I mean, I shipped them so we could, get them real cheap. But they're mine. I birthed them. It's cool. We use all biodegradable packaging. We use,
love
we
that.
get all of our, because we do a lot of fruit-based pastries and cakes. We get all of it from the local farmers market. We do all that kind of good stuff. That
Oh, that is
we try to be
great.
as responsible as we can.
I love that.
It's a goal, but it's
Yeah.
there's always,
It's hard to do.
it's hard.
really hard.
It's hard,
Sure,
and it's the
absolutely.
more expensive way to do it.
yeah.
But
What did I? That
gotta
chocolate
live.
that I
You
just
gotta
had
live with
the liquid
integrity.
caramel. What was that?
Yeah.
What would that retail for? Like $50?
that chocolate is $3.
A piece?
Yeah,
Wow. We're sitting on a gold mine here.
Yeah.
There's more money
But
worth of
it's all
chocolate here than we make on this
handmade.
podcast.
and folks really
Oh, yeah.
like it.
Oh
It's
my
fantastic.
gosh, they're
Yeah. Oh,
really
it's so
delicious,
good.
really delicious. Okay, so so the secret to making good is, but that's interesting that you say fat because my mother's from the South and there's not anything she ever
Mm-hmm.
made that didn't begin with like a big chunk of fat pack.
All right, I'm gonna have to
That's
try
how
a caramel
everything
here.
began. She
Totally.
would make a wedding cake with that.
I mean, that's why everything in restaurants tastes better.
Yeah.
When you get like
Oh.
a delicious steak, it's because it's cooked in butter or something wonderful like that. When you get the pasta,
That's why
all
beef
good.
cows will not roll in butter. Because that they know that makes them
That's
up next
right.
on the chopping block.
That's absolutely right.
now-
What am I eating right here?
That's
This
a
is-
truffle.
She
It's a
doesn't even
truffle,
know
that's
what
what I thought
that
it was.
is. That's off the floor.
Ooh,
Adam,
that's a
don't eat
boozy
that.
truffle.
Yeah, it's a little boozy.
That's a stout truffle.
Oh, it's
so
stout.
that's infused with reduced stout beer, like a lot of it.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you're not going to be
Yeah.
able to drive home
No, he's
from that
totally-
truffle.
Oh, I think I'll
Totally
be
fucked
okay.
up.
No,
Yeah.
you're going to get pulled over because of that truffle.
No, it's a very small truffle.
No, you're going to get fucked up from that truffle.
I don't think you can get fucked up from this truffle.
Adam, get the phone. Adam, answer the phone.
No. All right. Hello?
Hey, Adam, it's me, Mike Boom Boom Bonifit. Hey, man, do you got any more of those truffles?
No, Mike, you've had enough.
Yeah, I just love a beer truffle like that. That's fantastic, man. You know what? You're right. You can handle it. I heard Paula Poundstone telling you shouldn't have that. You're totally right, man. You can handle it. You can handle it. Because I've seen you fucked up before, and you handled it really good.
When have you seen me?
When we hang out after the game.
We've never hung out, Mike.
We have hung out, and I love you. I think you were so great. I
Wow.
I so agree with you. And you really handled that. Like right now, you're on the beer truffle right now.
I'm not on it. I had it. It was stout for one thing.
It was stout.
Yeah, which I guess is a kind of beer. Yes,
Yeah,
but
exactly. You're
Mike,
right. You're
Mike.
right, man. You are right.
Mike, I never want to talk to you again. Okay?
What do you mean?
I would like you to stop calling.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't think we're friends, and I don't think you and I have the same values.
Hey, Adam. So you busy? Is that what it is? You're busy right now?
Yeah, Mike, I'm busy.
Okay. All right. I'll call you back later.
You don't
buddy.
have to.
I'll call you back
God
later.
damn it.
You were totally right, man. You're totally right. I love Valerie and I love you, but Paula Poundstone's a bitch.
Stop that! Jesus, that guy. All right. Now, Paula, you bought sheets of chocolate once.
Sheets of chocolate?
You did.
Sheets
I
of
did.
chocolate?
Oh, I bought this. They were advertised in a plastic bag. It was to make chocolate-covered strawberries, and there's these like square sheets of chocolate. And well, you know, I don't have a double boiler, and that was in the rest. You know, you were supposed to use
No wonder
a double
Bonnie's
boiler.
your manager.
So
Do you cook together frequently?
no, we haven't. We've never cooked together.
I mean, you should.
You should try sometime. That would
we're gonna
localize
have a
the
whole
damage.
separate podcast. Whole separate pod. Well, with the fires and all, it's not a good idea. But so what I did was I put water in a saucepan because I have a saucepan, and then I took a metal measuring cup and I floated it in there with the chocolate in
Yes.
it.
Sounds like
And,
a great idea.
It didn't work out at all.
No.
Yeah, no. It smushed the strawberry. I had to kind of. It was like a paste. It never really melted.
So the next time you do an at-home experiment, you and Bonnie, when
Yeah.
you're like having a sleepover and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, let's make some candy.
Yeah.
Use your microwave.
A microwave.
Just put the chocolate in the microwave.
Oh,
I know.
Didn't even occur to me.
What would Mike
there's an
say?
element
It's
to
weird
this
because you
particular.
can get a good microwave right like diagonally from here.
Oh my God.
Roger Federer as a appliance store.
Yeah, you have to push past Judi Dench though.
Dame.
Dame Judi Dench was, but she's not a customer. She was in front of there earlier this evening, spinning one of those big arrow signs.
Oh, no.
I think because she can't count on acting forever, Paula.
Well, have you seen her teeth? Of course you can't count on acting.
Tiny teeth.
Oh, my God.
Anyway,
Sorry,
there's
Valerie,
an
I
element
keep
to
interrupting.
this interview that's a little bit like inviting Neil deGrasse Tyson on to teach kindergarten science. Because I don't feel like you and Bonnie are really at a level where you can take a lot of advice here other than put chocolate in the microwave.
I
Okay,
can
really?
absolutely put the chocolate in the microwave. That's
You
great.
didn't taste those
That's great
Butterfingers.
advice.
Part of me never left that room.
All right, let me ask you this. Do you make a lot of money as a confectioner?
Confection making is a profitable industry.
Is it really? Because
Yeah.
I sell cat toys. And,
Well, for one, you don't yet.
no, I did.
No, at this moment-
Over the weekend, I sold cat toys.
What was the name of your
How?
cat toy company? There's so many
No, I
fun
just
names that come to mind.
We didn't name it. The only name on the table is one that Paula doesn't want to name it, which was
Well, I think it was Poundstone
Paula's
Pussy
Pussy
something.
Pillows,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
gotta be. Not a good idea at all.
yeah.
He came up with that.
It was
I'll tell you,
on top of my head.
You know who thought it was great?
Who?
Mike-
No, I don't want to know. Not falling for that. Let's keep moving. But the point is that you haven't actually made these cat toys yet. You just have a garage full of catnip.
That's not true. I made some cat toys. I sold 20 over the weekend. They
You did?
On
Are
the
you serious?
first night that I sold them, I sold 20. They were sold out halfway through the meet and greet.
How did you make them?
Well, Wendell did it.
Your assistant Wendell
Yeah.
sewed together like
Yeah.
a toy full of catnip
Yeah.
and drew
He was-
stuff on it.
Yeah, I have this little factory.
And when you say factory, do you mean your kitchen?
No, my son's old bedroom.
Okay.
And Wendell's in there
And Wendell
sewing
literally
away.
sewed cat toys together?
He did.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he figured out a way to
How much are you charging for your cat toys?
$12. He figured out a
Oh,
way
I feel
to
like that's undervalued. That's less than a caramel.
he figured out a
Less than
way
4 caramels.
to blow the catnip into the pouch before he sews it up.
Blew it?
Yeah, he made a hose and he blew it in. Is this helping you at all, Valerie? With
Enormously.
these ideas?
I feel guided.
You want
I
to make
do.
chocolates? Here's another important question, Valerie. I don't know. Tom Hanks, who I've invited on the show, and says
This
that,
show has become such a marvel of
My
cobbled
God,
together
I
fictions.
know.
No. Tom Hanks says that he will do the show, but he's asked for a couple of things. He's asked that Mrs. Culpepper not wear her ruby sateen dress.
haven't met Mrs.
which
Culpepper
has
yet,
been
which
a
is-
sticking point. And also he's asked that Adam wear an Argyle sweater.
Which I am willing to do to get.
That would be adorable.
Sweater vest, I think.
Yeah, sweater vest, Argyle sweater vest. And he's also asked that we provide petit fours instead of junk food. But I don't even know what petit fours are.
I can help you with that part.
Oh,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
perfect.
Okay, here we go.
For
Well,
sure.
I'm so anxious to hear
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, look, it's Mrs. Culpepper.
I guess I'm the last holdout because I will not truckle to Tom Hanks.
I guess-
I'm going to wear my ruby sateen dress.
You don't wear anything, Mrs. Culpepper. You're
Excuse
denuded
me.
hand
That's a
puppet.
calumny.
A calumny?
It's a damnable calumny.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're here. Would you like some chocolate, Mrs. Culpepper?
I would indeed enjoy some chocolate. Thank you so much.
I believe this one's filled with a milk chocolate over here.
I try to avoid dairy products.
Why do you try to avoid dairy
I
products,
try
Mrs.
to
Culpepper?
avoid dairy products, Adam, because Captain Culpepper passed away.
Oh, your husband, the late Captain Culpepper.
Yes, exactly. It's a tragic memory. He was a victim of tyrotoxism,
Tyrotoxism.
which is poisoning from cheese or other dairy products.
Oh, I'm quite familiar with tyrotoxism.
Tyrotoxism.
Right, and I hate to dredge up bad memories.
It is a painful memory.
Yeah. Because from what I understand, it's a grotesque way to die that involves convulsions and vomiting.
There was a
and-
lot of that.
Yeah, okay.
There was
So
a
I
lot
don't
of
want
that.
you to come on here and just feel like you're being subjected to this really painful memory.
Oh, it is a painful.
I think the vomiting
memory.
eventually succumbs when they lose consciousness, right? And if you
He
don't
did.
get,
He
you know-
lost consciousness. I
and
said,
then eventually-
Captain Culpepper.
Yeah.
Captain Culpepper.
Yeah.
And his eyes had rolled back in his head, and the damnable calumny of Gouda remained on his lips. Adam, it was the Gouda that got him.
I'm sorry to make you relive that, Mrs. Culpepper.
So I cannot have the milk chocolate that has been presented.
Well,
to
then
me.
maybe Paula can eat it for you, Mrs. Culpepper.
Oh, absolutely.
Now that we're on the third layer of digression from the original question, let's talk about petty fours.
Yeah. What's it ready for?
Pettifores are little cakes.
Little cakes.
Little cakes. So our current, I think, definition of pettifores are little layer cakes that are covered with either fondant or chocolate
Right,
or
covered with
some
what
other
was the first thing?
fondant, which is sort of a solidified sugar confection.
My daughter
It's a
loves
coating.
that stuff. She
Yeah.
loves petty fours because of that.
Who
Yeah.
that? Your daughter's had
Marzipan.
petty fours?
Yeah.
Huh.
You thought you were going somewhere with that. Then
I
it's
just,
not.
who gives their kid petty fours?
They're just little cakes. And she
little
likes
cakes.
fondant a lot.
They like
Why
'em.
on earth would Tom Hanks have to have petty fours? Why would he have to have little cakes? He's not man enough to have a big cake?
You don't have to answer that.
I don't get it, Tom Hanks. I don't get it.
Tom Hanks seems very sensitive to me.
Yeah, he's not making these demands.
No.
Honestly, he's not.
No, the guy said, he said, yeah, I'll do
Was
the
it
show.
was it Rita Wilson who made the demands?
No,
Oh.
it was
really
Tom.
her?
As far as I know, it's Tom Hanks.
Okay.
And he said, yeah, he said he'd be happy to do the show, but not without pettifours.
That's a short list.
It's so far.
Yeah.
Seems like every time we fulfill one item on the list, there's
It
another
grows.
one there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's
I
almost like
talked to
Paula's
him.
not really talking to him, and instead
No.
adding these conditions week after week.
He didn't just tell me I had to have Botox in my lips. He didn't just tell me that.
Did he?
He did.
In your lips
Yeah, he said I have to have Botox injections in my lips.
to make them fuller?
Yeah, he wanted me to have fuller lips.
Tom Hanks did this.
Yes.
You see, he's such a nice guy. I
He's
can't.
the nicest guy in the world, so this shit he's pulling, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
All right.
The guy's not man enough to have a big cake. He's got to have petty fours.
Oh my!
You know
God.
who's going to want to talk to him?
I do, and I don't want him to. Well,
Now, what kind of candy do you eat when the candy isn't yours? Like, will you eat somebody else's candy?
will.
Yeah? And what kind do you like?
yeah. What
Late night
Do
store bought
candy people get
candies?
together, by the way? Do candy people get
Candy
together?
people
or do
get
you feel
together.
rivalrous?
I don't. I feel like folks do what they do. I do what I do.
That's 'cause
It's all
you're on the
fine.
top of
If
the food
you
chain.
were to
It's all
meet,
fine.
If you were to meet Mr. Mason from Mason Dots, would you just,
Mason Dots?
Yeah,
You mean the candy dots?
yeah, Mason Dots.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the name of the company.
Okay.
Mason's Dots.
Didn't-
That is a curious product, isn't it?
It's a really weird
It's
product.
really weird.
I don't know. Gummy bears took over the country, and they're very similar to
I
gummy
love.
bears.
No, it's different because
Dots
those little
are kind of
dots,
crunchy.
but they're also
not
adhered
crunchy.
to a piece of paper.
Yes.
No, they're not. You're thinking of something else. No,
Oh, we're both
Mason
thinking of
Dots
those
are in
dots.
the box at
Oh,
the movie
those,
theater.
of
They're kind
course.
of like gummy
Thank you.
bears.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
No,
sorry.
I like the points
Yeah.
that were stuck to paper.
like
too.
a cousin to the jujube.
Precisely.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I'll accept a dot. I like a dot.
Okay.
I also I love all
I guess
sour
my question
gummy
was, do you
things.
feel
Sour gummies.
I love a sour
rivalrous of
gummy.
Mr. Mason?
No, I support his efforts.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so
What else? What chocolate bars will you eat?
What chocolate bars will I eat? If
she
I'm
turned
gonna
her
go,
nose up at the Kit Kat that we
Yeah,
had here.
that's
Said it was
hideous.
waxy, and she's
Hers
right.
are gross.
Her lip actually curled.
Yeah.
In a way that mine
I
won't
chucked
if
it
Tom
right
Hanks
over
gets his
here.
way. Did you throw it away?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
She had a taste of it.
It's important that you know that Valerie is quite fit.
Yes.
So whatever. So she's bulimic. She's. I think that goes without
Great.
saying.
This is how you treat a
Only
guest.
a little bit. You know.
You know, Valerie, we're very open
Just
here.
a little bit.
We're very open.
It's
but
clearly
you
a
just
space
simply
of sharing.
couldn't eat all these treats and
No.
look how you looked. So.
You don't want that in your mouth though. You don't want that Kit Kat in your mouth. So as far as like grocery store candy bars, if I had to choose, I would go with Cadbury.
Cadbury's
And I
great. The
think
Dairy Milk bar itself is
and the
fantastic.
flaky.
Oh,
the flaky is
What?
divine.
The flake. It's
Yeah. I don't
it's a flaky English bar. And in
Yes.
fact, in England, they serve it stuck into a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
Yep.
And it's
as I clearly
fantastic.
suffer from an eating disorder, it's almost not there. I mean, the flake is like the thinnest, almost like shaving of chocolate that's been wound into this circular, almost tube that repeats on itself, and it's just light as air. It almost doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's so
Sort of like a
satisfying.
milk dud.
It's like a
No,
chocolate
I would define
stalactite.
that as
It's nothing like a milk dud.
heavy.
It's nothing at all like.
What I hear you saying, I've been to a lot of therapy. What I hear you saying, it's like a milk dud.
No, absolutely the opposite of a milk dud.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, that doesn't sound appealing at all to me. A light flake.
Ian's British and Ian likes the flake. He's sitting over here in the corner
Ian's from
nodding.
an island that has some great candy
so
bars.
excited.
It even features the Lion Bar, which is one of my favorites.
One half of our first clack, Ian Hall.
Yeah.
And his wife Debbie Pettifor.
Dairyberry.
Oh, Debbie Derryberry.
Yeah.
That's an absurd name.
Well, she does cartoon voices.
Yeah, Debbie Derryberry. Yeah,
Good name for that.
Tell me she didn't make that up.
Okay, how about Lindt chocolates, like the Lindor stuff and stuff? Because I'm
Lint's
a big fan.
chocolates?
I'm a big
Can you
fan
do
of
that?
them.
Can you dip lint in
No,
a
it's
chocolate
not. No, it's
and make
Lindt.
it
Lindt.
edible? Because
It's a
fuck, I
Zurich-based
could be rich.
Swiss
I could be goddamn
confectionery.
rich. How about Dust Bunny chocolate? Can you do Dust Bunny chocolate?
Jesus Christ, Paula Poundstone.
I could be rich. Yeah.
So there is a really good Lindt bar that has bits of your favorite confection, nougat, in it. There's little pieces of nougat in
Apparently,
a Lindt
what
bar.
I like is not nougat.
Because, well, you're confused about what nougat is.
I like what's inside the Butterfinger, which is
That's not nougat.
It's a nougat. It's a kind of nougat.
It is not a kind of nougat.
That's why I like it, because I like nougat.
She loves nougat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
different.
do. I love nougat.
Yeah.
Anything full of nougat. I mean, if I want to say to somebody that I'm really fond of them, like I'll say to Adam, you are just full of nougat.
And you are full of shit
Adam, get the
in
phone.
every way. I'm not getting the phone.
Adam, answer the phone.
I
The
don't want
phone's
to answer
ringing.
the phone.
Adam, the phone is ringing.
I'm
Would you
not answering the phone.
Answer the phone.
No.
Can I answer it?
Yeah. Yeah, Valerie, go ahead. Answer the
no.
phone. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah. Hey, Valerie, it's me, Mike. Boom, 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 out of bed.
Mike, it's you.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you, Valerie. Will you tell Adam that I said he is fucking right? What he just said, he's so right. Yeah. Man, why is she pushing with the nougat thing? I don't get it. Nougat. I don't get it. She's a bitch.
Michael! No. Bad, Mike. Bad.
Adam, I gotta go, man. I'm busy. Like you, I'm busy.
Okay, go work on that sweet ride, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming along. I'm tuning it up. Adam, can I borrow your funny
Mike,
dice?
no.
Hey, man, let me ask you something. Do you have any beer cozies you're not using?
I don't have any beer cozies at all, Mike.
No, what are you kidding? You gave away all your beer cozies?
I've
man.
never owned a beer
You are the
cozy.
most generous guy I've ever known, man.
Oh.
You gave your beer cozies probably to, like, some kids' organization or something, man. You are so cool. I got your back, man. I got your back.
I don't want you at my back. And should I have had beer cozies at any time, I would not have donated them to a kids organization. That seems like the wrong thing to do.
Why not, man? Well, lot of kids around the world that are too poor to have beer cozies.
Yeah, but they're also too kids to have beer.
Yeah, but they gotta have something to look forward to. You
Goodbye,
gotta give
Mike.
them hope, man. You
Mike.
gotta give the kids hope. And the way you give them hope is you give them a beer cozy when they're a kid. And you say to them, you look them right in the eye, man. You kneel down and you look them right in the eye and go, someday you're gonna put a can in this.
Mike.
Yeah.
I just don't like you.
I don't think I know what you mean, man. I don't think I know what you mean.
I mean, like you?
Yeah, you and me, man, we're like the fucking Three Musketeers. You and me and Valerie, we're the Three Musketeers. We're like fluffy, not stuffy, man.
We're moving on, Mike.
All right, I'll see you later, man. I'll see
No,
you after
you
the
won't.
game.
No.
Valerie, I'll see you. I'm gonna pick
Just
you up.
hang up, Mike.
Valerie, I'm gonna pick you up on my ride when I get finished, man.
Sweet,
I'm gonna
I'll be
pick you up.
outside.
Yeah, all
I'll be
right,
on
see you
Miranda.
later.
You'll be
She's
waiting
the
a long
best.
time.
She's the best. It's good to see you get a little something on the side, Adam.
What the? Just go, Mike. Just go. All right. Paula, do you have anything else
All
to
right,
ask?
man, I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Mike.
Yeah, Valerie. What's the hardest candy to make?
Ooh. The hardest, here's a weird one. Nougat is kind of hard to make. I'm not even kidding.
You have to whip it up to the right texture, and yeah.
It's very time sensitive.
Yeah.
And getting the precise texture that you want on it is hard.
The
It's hard to
Butterfinger
attain.
people couldn't even do it
I
anymore.
know.
Ever. Because it wasn't. But no, I mean, like, sometimes when I've had quality nougat,
Adam
like they
Price
somehow
for you.
get those nuts suspended in there.
Yes.
And that's got to be hard.
It's hard to get equal dispersion of ingredients and to maintain like the perfect texture.
Okay.
It is.
So wait a minute. Equal dispersion of ingredients. What do you mean by that?
So that they're all sort of evenly, so that when you see a cross section of nougat, so you have it sort of even that all of the ingredients, like the nuts and the fruits and things, aren't sort of clustering in one part of it.
Oh.
And I know, don't you hate that?
that's awful.
The worst.
Yeah.
It's like if you were making a lasagna and all your sausage is in one corner of it.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
It's horrible.
Yeah. All right. Now, if a listener,
Yes.
say there was a listener, and they wanted to make a candy for the first time, what's a good candy for them to start with?
A good candy for them to start with, I think marshmallows are pretty easy to make. And caramel is actually easy to make. If I'm doing a beginning sort of candy class.
Oh, you teach classes?
Sometimes. Not
You
all
said
the time.
if I'm
That
doing
was so
it.
mysterious the way you said it. Is that how you are with your
Like-
students?
like
They go, well, when is
hypothetically.
class? And you go, I'm not telling you.
We'll see.
So it's really kind of catch as catch can. You might be in teaching and you might not.
Maybe not.
I love that. What a
right.
great college model. All right, so when you're teaching, you teach caramel?
Caramel is an easy confection to start with. A basic truffle is a really easy thing to start with too. So
That
all you
surprises
need,
me.
Yeah, but all you need is solid chocolate. You get some good quality chocolate.
Yeah.
You heat cream to boil, turn off the heat, pour it over, and you stir it together, and you've essentially got a truffle filling.
Wow.
And then you can roll that in cocoa powder or something like that, and you got a truffle.
Bonnie could do that. She just wouldn't go through those steps.
No.
She would want to reinterpret that.
No, she
Yeah.
would
She would put the chocolate and the
Bonnie's a
cream in a bucket
Yeah.
right,
and put that
exactly.
bucket in the sun
Yeah,
and then bring it to me.
yeah,
Say, here's your truffles.
yeah.
Bonnie
Bonnie's
doesn't want all the
truffles.
limitations, though. Bonnie is a free spirit. I
Bonnie
get
should
that
be
from
cooking
Bonnie.
savory stuff.
Yeah.
She should not be following directions.
But Bonnie's got a lot going on.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got a
Oh,
lot to
yeah.
express.
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah.
like a lot of problems. Yeah, I think both things are true. lot going on, lot to express, a lot of pent up.
Bonnie, what does your T-shirt say? It says, "I'm just here so I won't get fired." What is that?
It's a reference to a football player. Yeah. So I won't get fined.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Fined.
24, Marshawn Lynch. That's
yeah. Bonnie's.
he wore that shirt once, and Bonnie thought it was a great show of defiance, right? No, it's too long to explain.
Bonnie says,
Which is always what you should look for in a T-shirt.
yeah. Bonnie's recently taken an interest in watching men bang their brains out. Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Bonnie, answer the phone.
No. No, that would create a black hole from which none of us would ever emerge. I will not have Bonnie talking to Mike.
Oh.
Well, Valerie, thanks for sweetening our day. And Paula, given the vast amount of knowledge you've just absorbed, what do you have to tell us about making confections at home?
House band Dave Lewis, could you give me a little background music? You have one of Valerie's chocolates, and it ruined every candy on our table. She basically told us that we put shit into our kids' Halloween bags, Christmas stockings, and candy bowls. She made us feel towards our candy the way Lassie, the heroic TV dog, made us feel about our family dog who doesn't come when he's called and sticks his nose in everybody's crotch. The key to good baking is fat, she said. Like we couldn't have guessed that. Nougat is an aerated, egg-based confection. I think she said that the original Butterfinger had a different kind of nougat, but she said it really quietly, and you might not have heard it. Petit fours are little cakes with layers of fondant. Adam, answer the phone.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, this is Mike Boom Boom Bonifant. Tom Hanks, this is Mike Boom Boom Bonifant. Tom Hanks, why do you need little cakes, man? Be a man. Eat a big cake. Eat a big fucking cake, Tom Hanks. Right, Adam?
Wow, that was well summed up there, Paula and Mike. Valerie Gordon is the owner of Valerie Confections. You can find her at valerieconfections.com. You can buy her book over there. Sweet. When we come back, we hear from you. We've got show descriptions. Plus, we'll tell you about an amazing video version of Not My Butterfinger produced by Inclusion Center in Brattleboro, Vermont. That's coming up right after this.
Adam, you didn't hang up the phone yet. It's me, Mike. Adam? Adam?
The cat of the week is Cocoa Puff from Estero, Florida.
Skip the meat and eat some greens. Put down your screens. I'd like to bring back the telephone booth. We deserve the truth. We deserve the truth. We deserve the truth. We deserve the truth. Stop worrying about how much peanut butter. At the top, we've got a gold-plated nutter. We deserve the truth. We deserve the truth. We deserve the truth. Some things need to change.
Wow, that's a clip from your hip-hop number, Paula, Not My Butterfinger. And I want to direct listeners, this is kind of amazing, to check out a great video to this song. It was produced by the Inclusion Center in Brattleboro, Vermont. It's a free drop-in center for people with disabilities, medical concerns, and interested community members. And they made a Not My Butterfingers video that you can see at inclusioncenter.webs.com.
It is fantastic.
It is. Of all the fan-generated content, that is, it's mightily impressive. So thanks again to our friends at the Inclusion Center for your great work during the break.
Whistleblower! Whistleblower! It is I, French Trump!
Oh, look, everybody, it's French Trump.
I am looking for you, whistleblower! It is I, French Trump. I didn't do it. It is okay to do it, and I will do it again. He did it!
French Trump, welcome. This is our indistinguishable physically from Mrs. Culpepper hand puppet.
We may have some similar DNA.
Yes.
But it is I, French Trump.
Now, what were you saying when you first arrived? It sounded like we sell blowers.
Pardon me. I have to switch the Russian oligarch money from the washer to the dryer. I will be right back.
So you, French Trump, you were literally laundering money.
I am laundering the Russian oligarch money.
Okay, well, French Trump, that's not how you...
Whistleblower.
We sell blowers?
I am looking for you.
A whistleblower.
Whistleblower. I'm looking for you, whistleblower. Was it you, Adam Felber? Are you the whistleblower?
I want to say two things, Mr. French Trump.
Oui.
Number one, no. And
You
number
are
two-
not a whistleblower?
No, and it would be illegal for me to admit it. You can't. You're not allowed to ask me that. And number two,
I did ask you.
I know you did.
I have executive privilege.
That's not what executive privilege is.
It is. I am
No,
the
it's-
executive and I am privileged.
That's true.
I can ask you whatever I want.
I'm almost certain.
I hate Pierre Delecto.
You hate Pierre Delecto?
Pierre Delecto. I
Oh,
love
you mean
him.
Mitt Romney's alter ego?
Oui.
Isn't that weird? Mitt Romney, it turns out, has a
A
French
French
alter ego, which we
Imagine
pioneered
that.
first on this show.
Yeah, Pierre Delecto copies me.
Yeah, we did do it first.
He is a ditto of me.
A ditto?
A ditto. I did not do it. I did do it. It's okay to do it. I will do it again. Look what he did. It is French Trump.
French Trump. You've
I
inserted...
killed Baghdadi with my bare hands.
No, you
And I
didn't.
killed Bag Mommy as well.
That was not her name. Oh my God, French Trump.
It was her name, Baghdadi and Bag Mommy.
No, Baghdadi's name was because he came. It was al Baghdadi because he came from the city of Baghdad.
It's from a band from the 60s. The Baghdadis and the Bag Mommies.
of course.
From
Yeah.
Bag Mommy Cass. She was saying the songs
Mommy
about
Cass?
California, who I will not help. I will
state of
not help California. I am
What?
French Trump, and I will not help California.
Well, why? Why wouldn't you help us? You're the president of the United States.
It
California.
does not matter. They are very too far to the left.
Too far to the left.
They are too far to the
They're
left.
still your constituents.
Not my constituents. Whistleblower.
Now, the other point I want to make is I'm almost
looking
certain.
for you, whistleblower.
I can't think of a single place in France where they would say whistleblower with that accent.
Whistleblower.
Well, you keep looking, French truck.
Adam, will you do me a favor, though?
You're looking very sly at the moment.
Will you do me a favor?
I would have to know what the favor is.
Will you investigate Joe Biden?
Joe Biden? No, I won't.
His son, who dare Biden?
Who dare?
Who dare Biden? Could you investigate them?
No.
You're very negative.
It's that simple.
minus, whistleblower.
Well, I think I saw the whistleblower out on Miranda
For
Street.
you. Is it Dame Maggie Smith?
It could
Are
be.
you accusing Dame Maggie Smith of being the whistleblower?
I'm saying you should go and ask her.
I'm not going out there right now.
Not a
It is
brave
my
puppet.
executive privilege
Can I talk to Paula?
stay here.
Because we're so, yeah.
Adam,
Yes.
hi.
Are you ready to move on to our next
ready.
segment? But before we do, I'm going to digress because something happened.
Where could you be?
The French truck, I'm going to need to speak to Paula.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
during the break,
Yeah. During the break.
we were discussing some of our listener mail.
Yeah,
and
listener
apparently
mail.
we received some kind of complaint.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it, and complaints happen from time to time, and we often address them on the show. And then Bonnie Burns, Captain Crinkle, was talking about it and saying that she tries to answer all the complaints, and Wait, Don't Tell Me
She's
does as
using
well.
a wait, don't tell me model of answering
all
of
complaints.
responding to all the complaints, which I think is great.
And then she told the group that, like, Wait literally looks into every complaint. And then she said, like, off the top of her head, for instance, if some listener complained that they caught Adam Felber masturbating in a Kentucky airport bathroom, they would take it seriously and look into it.
Yeah. Whereas
That just, like, rolled off her tongue.
I think it's a perfectly good example.
It's not a perfectly good... It's... You know what it is? It's a perfectly weird example. I don't feel comfortable sitting next to Bonnie right now.
Yeah.
Because, like, the first
because
thing
you
that
feel more comfortable in the bathroom in Kentucky.
No! It's a calumny. A damnable calumny.
Yeah, no, it was a weird example.
It was a little bit
yeah,
weird, right?
It was a weird example.
And then
Let
I
me
asked-
ask you, when were you in Kentucky?
I was... You know, I did a wait in Louisville.
So I heard.
No, you didn't. All right, let's move on. Okay, now we've been asking people to send in descriptions of the show because, Paula, as we've established,
I am not good at describing the show. Like when I'm interviewed sometimes for a magazine or newspaper or radio, or when I'm on stage, I tell people about the podcast when I'm on stage all the time. But I don't think I get even one person to go click on the podcast when I describe it.
Well, here, let's do a test. Describe the show to me.
Here's how
Paula,
I say it.
What is Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone about? Go ahead.
This is after people have listened to me on stage for like 2 hours.
Okay, we got the setup.
I go, oh, by the way, I have a podcast. So already they're not like longing to hear my voice again.
They've been listening for
podcast, two hours. So I say I have a podcast, and then I go, it's me and my partner Adam Felber, and it's funny. It's a comedy podcast. We do have, there's information. Sometimes, like we had a plumber.
Why do you have a mental block with this? You can't describe what we do.
No, well, how would you describe it?
I'm not really good at it either. This is why we're getting help from our listeners.
That's why you're in there thinking in the Kentucky airport.
Thinking is what I was doing.
Yeah.
So here's a suggestion for log lines for our show. Here's one. An hour of tangential comedy and maybe help with a crossword clue or two. Brandon Barak.
Crossword clue?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Here, 2 listeners sent in haikus. Here's Joshua Garrett's. Paula's a genius. Bonnie Crinkles. Adam's there. Nobody listens.
Interesting. That's a good haiku.
That's beautiful. Yeah, boy, that woke up the clack.
Not sure it's a classic one, but okay.
Yeah, they're so stoned right now. And here's one by Rebecca Throop.
Yeah, go ahead.
A nobody, I. Laughing till I pee. Can't listen and drive.
Interesting. I'm not familiar with that all 5-syllable haiku format, but I'm sure it's valid. It's valid, and it sure sounds nice.
No, I'll tell you what. As soon as these go on the podcast,
yeah,
our ratings in the amount of listeners we have in Japan are going to soar.
Absolutely.
The way they have in Moldova.
How are we doing in Japan? Andrew Shore sent in a description that's a bit long to be called short, but I'll share it here. A quasi-legal marketing scheme that gives away postage-due hotel soap in a thinly veiled ruse of never-ending contests to acquire user-generated content on the cheap in order to shill suitcases, impossibly soft T-shirts, and cat litter. Ouch, Andrew.
I can say, Andrew, you nailed it. You really... the others kind of nibbled around the edges, but you really seem to have gotten the essence of the entire thing.
Yeah.
Boy, there is no pulling the blanket over Andrew's head.
Yeah. It's onto our scam.
Pete,
by the way, keep sending in those theme songs, Andrew.
I don't know how Peter pronounces his last name. I believe it's Huda. Peter
Segers.
Seghers, which I would pronounce that Huda. Peter Huda wrote, nobody listens to Paula Poundstone is where the eternal forces of chaos and order clash, personified by Paula Poundstone and Adam Felber, respectively. Boy,
I love that.
That's fantastic. He could be writing for Star Trek. That is good.
Yeah. But we have to learn how to pronounce your name. So please send us another email, Peter, because I'm sure we butchered that. Now, Paula, you're going to be out on the road in the coming weeks, I hear, and probably you could use one of those descriptions at a gig. Which gig are you going to...
I hate promoting myself. It's the one part of my job I really dislike.
Well, I hear you, Paula Poundstone, and in solidarity with you, let's move on.
I'll be in Annapolis, Maryland on December 6th at Ram's Head on stage. They've added a second show, by the way, because it's a very small club. So that's 2 shows. That'll be 20 seats. And I'm going to have a claque there. And I'll be in San Francisco on New Year's Eve at the Sidney Goldstein Theater that was formerly the Norse.
Send your show descriptions to nobodylistens-to-Paula-Poundstone@gmail.com. You could win a bar of hotel soap autographed by Paula Poundstone.
That's so important that you mentioned fresh hotel soap. You got to use adjectives here. You can win a bar of fresh hotel soap.
Yes, as opposed to those other podcasts that take a shower and then send you the residue. Now, if you have a theme song entry for us or a vocabulary song, you may email us at the same address. That's nobodylistens-to-Paula-Poundstone@gmail.com. We'll be back after this. According to climate scientists, we have 10 years and 9 weeks until the Earth begins to become uninhabitable.
Have you been to MaxFunStore.com lately? Because we've just launched a ton of new merch for a bunch of your favorite shows. You want a patch? We've got it. Tote, mug, stickers? We got those too. Heck, we've even got a onesie for your favorite baby. Now is the time to start holiday shopping for the Max Fun fans in your life, including yourself. That's MaxFunStore.com.
Hi, I'm Renee Colbert.
I'm Alexis Preston.
And we're the hosts of the smash hit podcast, Can I Pet Your Dog? Now, Alexis.
Yes.
We got big news.
Uh-oh.
Since last we did a promo, our dogs have become famous.
World famous. Stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Second big news. The reviews are in. Take yourself to Apple Podcasts. You know what you're going to hear? We're happy.
It's true.
We're a delight, a great distraction from the world.
I like that part a lot.
So if that's what you guys are looking for, you got to check out our show. But what else can they expect?
We've got dog tech, dog news, celebrities with their dogs, all dog things.
All the dog things. So if that interests you, well, get yourself on over to Maximum Fun every Tuesday.
On this day in unremarkable history, Albert Einstein said, "Oof, why does my toast always land on the floor butter side down when it falls off my plate? I hate that."
Welcome back, all you nobodies. Hey, Paula, any message this week for the fans who
I
are
have
still
a
listening?
message.
Yes?
Oh, my
For
God.
the 3 fans still listening this week?
This is, you know what? People can use it to go to work and go back from work. This is a long episode. Adam, once again, I have exceptionally good news. You and I love doing this podcast, and Tony seems to have made her peace with it. But of course, the only way we can continue making the podcast is if we attract more listeners. The best way to do that is through word of mouth from our deeply satisfied fans. The problem is that for many listeners, telling their friends and loved ones that they are Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, the comedy podcast listeners, can be an awkward conversation. So for a while now, I have been writing a simple sample dialogue each week to pave that road for our listeners. You have, on occasion, been skeptical. Here's where I'm getting to the good news. This week on social media, one of our listeners, Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury, reached out to ask me how she might share with her friends and family over the holidays that she listens to Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, the comedy podcast. Okay. Which means that our listeners are taking our request to spread the word seriously. Thank you, Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury. I recommend broaching the difficult subject over a holiday dinner, which, let's face it, is already crowded with awkward moments.
This is true.
Try this. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's parents' neighbor. This may be the best stuffing and gravy I've ever had. Thank you so much for having me, Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's parents. What a wonderful family you have. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's father. Well, thank you. Here, have some more stuffing. When is your baby due? Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's parents' neighbor. Actually, I'm not pregnant. Thank you. No, I think I'm full. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's father. Oh, well, I'll just... Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's teenage niece. I'm pregnant. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's sister / niece's mother. What? Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's teenage niece. I'm pregnant. I've wanted to tell you for a while, but I just didn't know how. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's grandpa. Well, thank goodness. We thought you might have been one of those lesbians or something. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's mother. It's lesbian. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's grandpa. What? Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's mother. It's lesbian, Dad. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's grandpa. I am not. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's grandmother. I'll tell you what, little granddaughter, we used to hear your uncle slipping in and out of your Aunt Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's bedroom when she was your age, and by God, we saw to it that he married her. Nanette Burbaker-Tewksbury's sister. That was my bedroom. I didn't want him because of his erectile dysfunction. Nanette Burbaker Tewksbury's husband. These sweet potatoes sure are fine. Nanette Burbaker Tewksbury's brother. I'm a Trump supporter. Whole group. Jesus! Nanette Burbaker Tewksbury. I have something to say. It's something I haven't been sure how to say, but this seems like the right moment. I listen to Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, the comedy podcast. It's informative, but mostly it's funny. It cleans my spirit with healing laughter. No one there is perfect. Adam is often just plain wrong. And Paula made a joke about Charlize Theron's teeth once for no apparent reason. But it's the imperfections that make it like putting on an old pair of jeans after a long day of office work. I listened to 2 episodes before I came here today, and I still feel good. Group. Wow! Nanette Burbaker Tewksbury's brother. That's fantastic. I'm going to listen to Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, the comedy podcast. And I'm switching to Elizabeth Warren.
Well, that was awe-inspiring. And I would say, Nanette, if that does happen over the holidays, you should say that. And if that doesn't happen verbatim, then I don't know. We have no advice for you.
I know. I think I've captured Nanette's.
Well, yeah,
family.
but if that's not her home life, you know.
Well, surely it's someone's.
Yes.
How many holidays have had that conversation?
No, you're right.
That's just regular.
You know what? I'm in awe. That's a great piece of dialogue. I'm sure that is going to get us anywhere between 0 and 1 listeners.
Well, you know, it's one listener at a time,
yeah,
Adam.
absolutely, Paula.
Adam,
All right,
get the phone. Answer the phone.
I don't
Adam.
want to get the phone. I want to end the show. All right. Hello.
Hey, Adam, it's me, Mike Boom Boom Bonifant. You are totally right, man. That's not going to get listeners. That's bullshit. That's some bullshit. Man.
No, Michael, I actually like that one.
Yeah, you did?
I did.
I liked it too, Adam. I liked it too.
Okay.
I love you, man. I love you. I'll see you over the weekend after the game.
No, we won't, Mike.
Yeah, I'll see you then.
No. Hopefully
I gotta go. I gotta go, Adam. See you then.
You can go. Not going to see you. Okay, nobody's. Remember, our email address again is nobodylistens@gmail.com.
And you can find me and Adam on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And you can find my remarkably soft tri-poly blend t-shirt with the self-portrait on the left breast and the memorable quote on the back at paulapoundstone.com.
Tri-Poly's the best. That's our show. Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone is hosted by Paula Poundstone and yours truly, Adam Felber. Produced by Paula Poundstone, Adam Felber, Bonnie Burns, Ken Lezebnik, and Tony Anita Hull. Technical direction by Ray Horseman and mixing by Anthony Alfaro. Special thanks to tonight's house band, Dave Lewis. Thanks to our guest, Valerie Gordon of Valerie Confections. Security muscles provided by Tyler the Studio City Behemoth Burke. Transcription services for this show provided by Transcribe Me. For your special Paula Poundstone discount, use code Paula Poundstone when placing your order at transcribeme.com.
That's our show for tonight. Won't somebody please listen to me?
Hello?
Whistleblower. I'm looking for you. Whistleblower.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture. Artist owned.
Audience supported.